Hello Cancers, welcome to my channel. This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Let's go ahead and get started. If you have any questions or would like a private reading, go ahead and email me at shootingstarstaro@gmail.com. And let's get started with your May love reading. Okay. Spirit and Universe, what are the messages that you have for Cancer regarding their love life in May 2016? What are the messages and advice that you have for Cancers regarding their love life in May 2016? Oops. Cancers in May 2016. Okay. Wait, it says one more. And this is the Celtic cross spread. I just, I lay it out this way with these kind of curving around just so it fits in the video screen. Yes, okay, you can see everything. All right, Cancers, let's get started. Okay, well, first, in your primary position, we have the Ten of Wands. And this is, a little bit. There we go. This is somebody who is carrying a lot, that has a lot on their plate. So the message I want to relay with this card is two things. First, wands are a fiery energy, and wands are indicative of growth and development and new beginnings in general. Because every time we see a wand, it's made of wood, and out of the top there's sprouting ideas, there's sprouting growth in whatever manner we're talking about. Okay, so this is a love reading, but in general for May, Cancers, this is really going to be there's a lot going on. There's a lot on your plate. Now I know this is a fiery energy. You're a water sign, but either you or somebody in your life that could be a fire sign. I see a ton of wands here anyway, so there could very well be, you could have a lot of water or a lot of fire in your chart, or there could be a fire sign that you're interested in, or that's a very important person in your life. But for May, they are carrying a lot of burden. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say about this card is wands are indicative of growth and development and new beginnings. But two, this is a person who is carrying a large load. But the key to remember is that he is carrying it. He's successfully carrying all of these tasks, okay? All of these issues, all of these questions, all of these projects at work, all of these social engagements, they're carrying it all. So they're managing it, but it's starting to get really heavy and he is tired, okay? So you're gonna know who that person is. It could be you, it could be someone else in your life, but just so you know that this is your primary position, so it's gonna be important to you. This person and this energy is going to be important to you in the month of May, okay? And if it is you or them, they're carrying a large load and they're starting to get tired. So that's something you need to keep with you as we go through this reading, okay? Now what's crossing this could be a challenge or a benefit for you is we have the Two of Cups. This is a card of pledging love. It's a card of healthy love because here we have Hermes, the sign of health, and then above it we have the fiery energy of the lion and the wings of Mercury that mean, you know, strong messages coming through. So this could be there could be a relationship that is going to the next level for you in May. It could be deepening, it could be strong, but the key is that it's a healthy relationship. Okay, now this can be, it doesn't have to be love, it can be friends and family. You could be really connecting with a family member or having deep conversations with a friend, but this is a love reading, so I'm reading this as a very healthy relationship that's going to go to the next level, whatever that means for you. Okay, now in your recent past, coming out of April, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and this is a card of hard work. It's a card of reaping what you sow. It's a card of putting your head down. This person's putting their head down, and even though he's built all of these things in his life, he's only focusing on the task at hand. He's only focusing on building the next one, building the next one, building the next one. So it's a card of hard, diligent, methodical work, okay? This is indicative of an earth sign. Pentacles are earth energies, and earth energies are very grounded. They're very hardworking and consistent. They're consistent in everything that they do. So that's the energy you're pulling with you into May, is this feeling of hard work, putting your head down and just working, okay? And then you're going to come into May, and yes, you definitely have been working because this person has a lot on their plate. There's lots of projects going on. But there's a successful relationship on the horizon, or even, you know, right now. There's something in your love life that's going very well. Now, what's grounding the situation, this is the underlying tone of the reading, and this is the Judgment card. And you have two major arcanas in your crowning position and in your grounding position. So that's important to notice. I'm just going to point that out. But it means things are changing. People are going to be making decisions. There's going to be a renewal, and something's going to be like completed, like something's going to come to fruition. There's going to be an outcome of something that's kind of been hanging and waiting. Okay, and we definitely see that here with the crowning position of the Death card. This is a card of endings and beginnings. Something's coming to an end, something's coming to a beginning. Now, with this being a love reading, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be broken up and you're going to find something new, or that you're going to be broken up and then they're going to come back and you're going to be in love again. This just means that there's a phase that is ending, and then you're going to be starting a new phase. And I can see that here with the Two of Cups. You are going to be going to a next level. Okay, so whatever level you're in now is going to be coming to a completion, and then you're going to be starting a whole new phase. Okay? And this Judgment card means change of position. So I see that very strongly here with the Death card, the Two of Cups, and the Judgment card. You're definitely going to be going to a next level in a relationship. Whether you're starting new, starting again, you're going to be making a commitment. There can be engagements. I don't see the Hierophant here, but that's okay. It just means you're really going to the next level with somebody. All right? Now, in your near future, Cancer, we have the Page of Wands, and the pages are always messenger cards. Knights are also messengers cards, but they're more action-oriented. Pages they bring messages to you. They're very faithful. It's a very faithful message. It can be indicative. This card can also mean a lover is coming to you. And you hold this person in very high regards. And I'm really thinking that there's a fiery energy to this person. Whether you have a lot of fire in your sign, or your love interest, or your partner, even if you're single, okay? Even if you're single, you have got your eye on somebody, or you're thinking about somebody, or somebody's going to be coming into your life, and they're going to bring messages, and they're going to be a fiery energy, okay? So I know I always talk about relationships in these, but even if you're single, you're going to be meeting someone, and they're going to take an interest in you, and they're going to be very clear about where they stand. And I'll talk about this card in a minute, okay? They're going to be very clear about where they stand, and they're going to be very communicative. And one thing, Cancers, that you need to realize about fire signs is they are very honest in their communication. They know exactly how they feel. Now that feeling can change from minute to minute, but in that moment when they're feeling something and they're communicating it to, it's coming from a very clear, a very honest and loyal place. So what a fire sign says is what they mean, okay? And they're being honest and they're very communicative and they're very open with their emotions. So I love this energy for you because especially if you're meeting somebody new, you're going to know exactly what they want and exactly where they stand with regards to you, okay? It doesn't mean little games won't be played along the way, because here we have in the this position is how you're viewing the situation or how you're viewing them. We have the Five of Wands. In the Five of Wands, the term I always use for it is a sham fight, okay? So two things to notice. They're fighting, but not really. It's kind of like a fun little, they're like testing each other. They're out in the field, everyone's dressed right, everyone has kind of a pleasant look on their face for the most part. And the key is that they're holding wands. So these are still growth oriented and there's still development. So I always use the word sham fight. So you're going to be kind of testing each other. So how you're feeling about the situation is, Cancers, you're going to be really feeling that they're testing you or you are going to be testing them. Okay? So what that means though is that their communication can change. They can say one thing one day and the next day they'll get frustrated and say something else. Both things they say are true and honest and they mean it from the bottom of their heart. But based on what happened between those two statements is this, and it could change how they feel. But they will tell you. They will always tell you. Okay? Especially if you ask. They'll probably tell you anyway, especially if they're Sagittarius. But they'll always tell you, especially if you ask. And they will be honest. So that's how you're feeling about the situation. Now, how the outside world or they are feeling about the situation is the Knight of Swords. And I love this energy, especially if you are dealing with the fire sign, because this is somebody that is rushing in to make changes. They're ready for battle. They're ready for the fight. They're ready to make whatever adjustments need to be made to make it work. They're extremely action oriented. So if you're testing them, they're going to be making adjustments and they're going to be communicating with you. This could also be someone from the past, though, Cancer, that is an air sign that could be trying to chart. If you're interested in somebody new, they could be trying to charge in and make, claim you. So keep an eye out for that. Now, if you're in a committed bond, you're going to be going to a next level and you're going to feel even more committed to them. Even if you're in a long-term marriage, you're going to feel committed to them on a whole new level. And there's going to be an ending of a phase and you're going to be starting a new phase and there's going to be a lot of communication, okay? Regardless of if it's a fire sign. If you're in a committed bond, an established bond, you've been coming from a place where you're working really hard and your relationship's going to go to a new level. It's going to deepen and there's going to be a lot of open and clear communication, okay? Okay, now how your hopes and fears, Cancer, is we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody who is, and this is you, okay, Cancer, this is you. You are wanting and hoping that you can go about this and handle your situation with maturity and openness and graciousness, okay? This is a very gracious card. He's a king. He's in control of his emotions. He's very warm and accepting and very much wanting to offer service and willing to be there and assist, okay? It's a very warm and inviting energy. Fiery signs are kind of push and pull, and air signs, they kind of disappear because they're in their head, and you have to recognize that they will leave and they will come back like nothing happened, but they've already gotten everything figured out in their head. And it can be a little bit aggravating, but this is how your hopes and fears are, that you're hoping that you're going to be able to stay gracious and stay warm and kind and hold yourself with respect. And Cancers, you already do. You can definitely fight a good fight though, but you don't want to. You don't want to play those types of games. You're really wanting to just have this be a very calm and warm and accepting relationship. So this is where your hopes are. Doesn't mean there's not going to be little sham fights now and then, but this is where you're really hoping it's going to be and how you're going to be feeling about the situation. Okay? Now, the final outcome, we have the Knight of Wands. And I love the Knight of Wands. Knights are also messenger cards, but they are also action cards. Um, they, they, the Knight of Wands can mean departure. It can mean flight. It can mean a change of residence. So if you're taking your relationship to the next level, you could be moving in together or buying a house together. But it's also a very friendly and warm energy. Okay, so things are definitely changing. Change of position, ending and beginning of a phase, deepening a connection, lots of communication, maybe some testing, but with quick adjustments. Okay, there's a lot going on for you in May, Cancers, but the key is this is your hope and this is where you're wanting to be. So make sure that you really keep yourself open and willing and open to the relationship. And I would use the word be grounded, but the out of all the water cup cards, the king is probably the most grounded because he is the king and he's very developed in his emotions. So, but you definitely don't want to lose that dreamy, watery element that you have, because that's what's so beautiful about you, and that's what people are really drawn to you by. So stay grounded, but yeah, keep to your true self. But as you go through May, stay open and warm and accepting, because there's going to be a lot of quick movements here, and I know that quick movements are not your cup of tea, really. So just go with the flow, but be accepting, because there's a lot of change here, and it looks like it's very good change. It looks like you're going to be very happy with it. Okay? Trying to think if there's anything else I want to... Yeah, this person's charging in. He's riding right down towards this card. So there's going to be some little battles, little sham fights, and he's going to come right back in and fix it, because he's going to want to. King of Cups, he's looking directly. These two cards are looking directly at each other, and these cards are looking directly at each other. And so is this. So are these. So there's got to be one person, even if you're single, there's got to be one person that you have your eye on, or that has their eye on you, and it's just there's a strong connection there, and it seems like you're both really wanting it to work out, and you're both willing to make adjustments to figure it out. Okay? All right, Cancers, let's pull an oracle card and read what that says. Spirit and universe, what are the additional messages or any additional advice that you have for Cancers regarding this particular love reading for May 2016? This one again. The Singer of the Chalice. Let's read what that says, Cancers. It says, trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. Okay? With the help of the Singer of the Chalice and of the fairies, you too can get this one feeling that is all the good feelings in one. Unconditional love, trust, hope, healing, patience, and so on. Open is open. Be open. If you don't know how, ask. It's right there. All right, Cancer. Well, that was a really good reading for May. It looks like there's some pretty big changes and new developments coming. But the good news is it's going to be a lot of communication, so you're going to know where you stand and where the situation stands. So just remember to be open and expect lots of movement this movement and communication this May. All right, thank you so much, Cancers.